For every young creator who trusted Jake Paul with their dreams, there's one who got destroyed in the process. Hi, Cartor Ray here, starting with Nick Crompton, who was Jake's right-hand man in creating one of YouTube's most toxic work environments. And somehow, he's the only one who came out ahead. You remember Nick from It's Everyday Bro, the guy who confidently declared that England is my city, a line so ridiculous it became a meme.
England is my city, and if it weren't for Team 10.
But the clean business image didn't last. Eventually, messages surfaced showing him offering sexual favors in exchange for spots in Team 10. Wow, you look hot up there. Can I suck your dick yet? And so I suppose what I'm saying is, we can do business whilst I suck your dick.
And as you saw from the screenshots there, that's the wrong mentality to have. You sign someone based on talent, not getting what you want out of someone. In the Jake Paul run house, and when I say Jake Paul run house, I mean Jake Paul runs the house. Those guys are slaves. Every single person in our house is a slave to Jake Paul.
Jake was right there in the middle of it. None of this happened without his influence. He created an environment where sexual exploitation was not just tolerated, but celebrated. Nick wasn't operating independently, he was fulfilling Jake's vision of power dynamics within the house. And when the heat got too much, Nick left in May 2018 and somehow landed a vice president job at Universal Music Group, where he stayed for 5 years. Now he runs a marketing agency called 636, claiming to manage and develop music talent. But the catch here is, he's apparently signed only one artist over the years with no updates, leaving everyone wondering how his business is really performing. But Nick's sick behavior was just the tip of the iceberg. The Martinez twins got it even worse. Ivan and Emilio Martinez came to Los Angeles with big hopes and not much else. The Spanish brothers had built up a small following back home, and when Jake Paul reached out, they believed him. He sold them a dream. YouTube stardom, the American life, all of it. What they got instead was 6 months of systematic humiliation.
This is why you should not catch Jake outside.
Jake's pranks weren't pranks. They were abuse with a camera rolling, wake-up calls that were actually attacks.
Good morning, Martinez.
Come here! Come here!
The twins would smile for the cameras, but this was Team 10's daily reality under Jake's leadership. The psychological toll on these brothers, who came from another country with limited English skills, became unbearable. Eventually, they reached their breaking point, and on November 11th, 2017, they posted a video accusing Jake Paul of systematic bullying.
Okay, Jake, so you. We used to love you, Jake, and we used to love Team 10, but not anymore. Like, I went there, I went to sleep scared because I didn't know how I was about to wake up. And then off camera, a lot of people said that off camera he was nice to us, he didn't. Like, he said a lot of words to us, but there is like that you didn't know, like a lot of words and bad words.
They also mentioned Jake was allegedly withholding money from the team, which made them and others feel used and betrayed.
And we're not rich in Spain. All the money that we made with them, we tried to send it to my mom. I remember. And my family. I remember when we did a brand deal with Team 10. We were like, "Yo, Team 10, can you guys send it to my mom?" And all the money, they keep it for them.
After all this, Jake did apologize to the Martinez twins, but in a way, he shifted the blame onto their language barrier. As a result, many people didn't believe his apology was genuine.
First of all, I'm so sorry to the Martinez twins. Nobody should ever feel bullied, and I truly apologize for not doing a better job as a leader and as a friend. The language barrier between us, the twins weren't always fully aware of what was going on, and I should have done a better job of making sure they were fully informed about these pranks.
Jake apology? Nah bro, I am not stupid. Jake is doing it for reputation. Since leaving Jake, the Martinez twins had built one of Team 10's biggest channels, over 4.5 million subscribers. Their TikToks were getting millions of views, but something had changed. Their last TikTok was posted in 2021. The final YouTube video came in May 2020. Then, nothing. They simply disappeared until 2024 when they quietly resurfaced on Instagram, this time posting about fitness, gym routines, and a healthier lifestyle, finally healing from the Team 10 trauma. But where the Martinez twins were bullied out, Alissa Violet was manipulated, used, and then discarded when she no longer served Jake's narrative. Alissa was Jake's girlfriend for most of her Team 10 tenure. The cute couple content, the fairy tale that kept millions watching. But fairy tales built on lies always collapse eventually, and Jake made sure the collapse was as public and humiliating as possible. February 21st, 2017, Alissa posted a Snapchat story that shattered the illusion.
Jake's kicking me out. He didn't want to wait for me to get my apartment, which I'm getting in a couple days, so he threw all my stuff downstairs and put a lock on the door.
He's been treating me like absolute shit for a while, so I'm pretty excited to leave.
That should have been the end, but Jake couldn't stand not being in control. So he hit back. She cheated on me with someone that was very close to me, which is why it hurt so bad.
I can't stand to see her face anymore. I'm guessing she's gonna make up a ton of stuff, predicting it before it happens. She says she's gonna try and ruin my life.
Notice the pattern? Jake Paul's default response to anyone leaving Team 10 was to immediately attack their credibility, but Alissa fired back with her own truth.
Play all these mind games with me and just be like, yo, don't get mad, having a girl over. And he did that 25,000 times. I would be in our room and I was a bitch all the time. Obviously, I didn't even want to talk to him. I came across as a bitch, obviously. And he knew exactly what he was doing to me.
This breakup became a content war, with Alissa collaborating with Rice Gum and FaZe Banks on It's Every Night Sis, a diss track that got massive views while exposing Jake's treatment. But here's what stands out. She didn't let Jake's toxicity define her future. She stepped away from the spotlight for 2 years and came back in May 2024 with a completely different perspective.
You all know I have crazy anxiety. I took some time off because it just didn't feel authentic to me. I felt like I was a slave every day to all these apps I constantly have to update, like Instagram, post cool pics, Twitter, make funny tweets. Instead of living my life, I was showing how cool, quote unquote cool, my life was on all these apps instead of actually living my life.
I felt like I was a slave every day to all these apps. There's that word again, slave. The same word used to describe life under Jake Paul's leadership. But Jake couldn't stay single for long. He needed his next girlfriend for content. So he moved on to Erika Costell. She was Jake's most public victim. Their relationship wasn't just real or fake. It was a performance, built for clicks and views. Every hug, kiss, and fight was filmed, packaged, and posted. What should have been private became part of the brand. They even staged a Las Vegas wedding for views.
Jake, do you take Erika to be your partner for life?
I do.
Do you promise to comfort her, respect her, be loyal to her from this day forward?
I do.
Erika, do you take Jake to be your partner for life?
I do.
This wasn't about love. Jake straight up said the relationship was staged to sell the whole family vlog thing.
Let me tell you about views. People love couples. I've always wanted to be a family vlogger.
That's Jake Paul's approach to human relationships in one sentence. Everything is content. Everyone is a prop. Nothing is sacred. Erika believed she was in a genuine relationship while Jake treated her as a business asset. When their relationship ended, so did Erika's tolerance for living in Jake's shadow. She left Team 10 in 2018 and immediately began building her own empire. 4 million YouTube subscribers, consistent TikTok uploads, walked in Miami Swim Week, launched her own skincare line, her own sportswear brand, even a record label, Bia Entertainment. Erika knew Team 10 gave her exposure, but staying would have meant staying in someone else's shadow. While Erika was in fake love for views, AJ Mitchell might be the smartest person who ever walked through those doors, because he walked right back out. Jake didn't discover AJ. He brought him into Team 10 because AJ was already gaining serious momentum in music. But unlike the others, AJ didn't get seduced by the promise of fame and views. He left that same year, realizing fast that the environment wasn't right for an actual artist. In an interview with the New York Times, he said the whole system was set up for views. And according to him, the deal took a serious cut. Jake could claim 10 to 20% of a member's YouTube ads revenue for up to 5 years, even after they left Team 10. After stepping away from Jake's toxic environment, his music started gaining real traction. Songs like Used to Be and Slow Dance found an audience in a way Team 10 content never could. Since then, 4 of his songs have charted in the US top 40. He's pulling over 1.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify and has a combined 4 million followers across platforms. And he's only 23. But imagine if he'd stayed longer in Jake's system. How many of his songs would have become Team 10 content? How much of his artistic vision would have been compromised for the sake of the collective brand? Unlike AJ, Tessa Brooks stayed longer in Jake's world. She treated Team 10 like what it actually was, a job. And when the workplace became toxic, she did what smart employees do. She found a better job. Tessa was one of the first Team 10 members, known for dating Chance and that wild Vegas wedding with Jake and Erika, before everything fell apart under all the toxicity. When she left the group in early 2018, she also split with Chance.
It kind of ended badly, honestly.
It did.
It didn't end how I wanted it to end.
Return of Chessa without the pressure of Team 10. Today, Tessa's TikTok pulls in over 5.7 million followers. Her Instagram has 22.2 million, and she's landed real deals with brands like Hugo Boss. She also found a partner, found some peace, and most importantly, figured out who she was once she got away from Jake. But Jake's worst damage wasn't to individuals. It was breaking up Chance Sutton and Anthony Trujillo's partnership. The so-called inbred brothers joined in 2017 as a tight duo. You never saw one without the other. But once they were inside, things changed fast. The constant pressure to perform, the fake drama, the non-stop filming, it all started wearing them down almost immediately. Behind the scenes, they were basically Jake's attack dogs, used to push things until they turned into real fights, all for views. One of the worst examples, Jake sent them after Rice Gum over some offhand comment about calling girls ugly.
You're gonna call a girl ugly? There's no point or reason to ever call a girl anything other than beautiful. All you're doing is putting them down. Like,
For
think
no
about,
reason,
you're
bro.
literally calling a girl ugly.
By May 2018, Chance decided to walk away. He left Team 10 and took their joint YouTube channel, Chance and Anthony, with him. Anthony stayed and launched his own, but not getting traction. And after that, both of their online lives started to fade. In 2019, Anthony appeared in a quiet cooking video where he opened up about their friendship.
Do you still talk to Chance?
I do talk to Chance. And like, our friendship did hurt a lot from what happened, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna be like,
Still have a
petty
long
about
history.
it. We have a huge like history together.
Since then, they've gone in completely different directions. Chance's last Instagram post was in October 2022. After that, he disappeared from the internet. Anthony also took another path entirely. According to his Instagram bio, he's now a firefighter, making an honest living, far from the world of views and clout. Maybe he never plans to go back.